Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're talking about the big changes happening in WWE's women's division leading up to Survivor Series, WarGames 2024. With Rhea Ripley officially sidelined due to her recent injury, a fractured right orbital socket, WWE has had to make some big adjustments to their storyline plans. Ripley's absence is especially impactful, as she's been at the center of one of the year's hottest feuds. But WWE has never been short on talent or creativity, and there are plenty of exciting possibilities for how they might set up the women's WarGames match without her. Let's dive into 4 potential team lineups that could bring the heat to Survivor Series this year. We've got the exciting possibility of Liv Morgan leading one side and Asuka leading the other. Both women have been on fire lately, especially after Asuka emerged victorious from a battle royal on Raw to become the #1 contender for Morgan's Women's World Championship. If WWE decides to hold off on their singles match until after Survivor Series, then these two could lead teams of Raw's fiercest competitors in a classic WarGames battle. Imagine the potential teammates, names like Lyra Valkyria, Shayna Baszler, or even new additions like Mission could come into play, setting up a team showdown filled with intense rivalries and hard-hitting action. SmackDown's women's division has also been heating up with Nia Jax reigning as WWE Women's Champion. On her side, we have powerhouses like Bayley, Tiffany Stratton, and even Bianca Belair, who could easily find themselves aligned for WarGames. SmackDown also boasts recent additions like Jade Cargill, whose arrival has stirred up intrigue across the division. With a WarGames match possible on the SmackDown side, we could see a team formed around Jax facing off against another led by either Bayley or Naomi, featuring top stars battling it out in a high-stakes environment. The Blue Brands lineup would give fans a chance to see new faces clash with established stars in a way that feels both fresh and thrilling. Even though Ripley won't be competing physically, there's a chance WWE will keep her on screen to influence the outcome in a non-wrestling role. She's a major presence within the Judgment Day and still has a huge influence on her faction, and she could easily help steer her allies from ringside, continuing her storyline from the sidelines while adding drama to the match. With Ripley supporting from ringside, her allies and rivals would still feel her presence and see her influence woven into the match's outcome. With Ripley on the sidelines, Liv Morgan has taken center stage in the women's division, not only feuding with Jax but also escalating tension with other top stars like Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Morgan's current angle is all about stirring the pot, and she's done a great job of creating friction among competitors, especially between Belair and Cargill. This could lead to an epic WarGames showdown where Morgan's team faces off against Belair's, with the EST rallying her allies to take down the increasingly confident Liv. The rivalry between these two is already intense, and a WarGames match could take it to a whole new level. While it's disappointing to lose Ripley from the action, it's clear WWE has options to keep the women's division captivating at Survivor Series, WarGames. Each of these potential matchups would bring something unique, whether it's Liv and Io's contrasting styles, SmackDown's powerhouses colliding, or the ongoing friction Liv stirred up with Bianca and Jade. These options show that even without Ripley, WWE can still create an unforgettable WarGames match. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for more updates on Survivor Series as we get closer to the big event.